think this is a good look. The curl. Hey, so what's going on, everybody? My name is Jalen James. I am from Mississippi, and I be making videos on Instagram, like they be on my Instagram story, and people be like, "Oh, you need to make this and this." So I decided to do a Q&A, question and answer. So I reached out to people in my contacts, people on Instagram, and I asked them to send me nothing but questions, and I'm gonna answer them. So I guess we finna get into this Q&A session. Okay, so here we go. All right, what do you do day to day? Well, I am a police officer. I a security officer as well. I work for 2 funeral homes here in Mississippi, and so that's basically the simple stuff that you should know, and the rest is gonna fall into place. All right, why do you have a mean look on your face? Does this face look mean to you? I don't know. Ask God, ask my parents. I'm really not mean. I'm like the nicest guy you could ever meet, and like the coolest person you could ever be around, because I'm just that person. So anyway, what led you to go to school for criminal justice? I'm a police officer. Now, real talk, let me tell you what led me to go to school for criminal justice, right? I got tongue tied. So when I first got out of high school, I went to college. I went to a JUCO, it's junior college. And I wanted to be a funeral director and embalmer. Well, you know, I started working in the funeral home, and I found out real quick I ain't want to be no embalmer. I still work at the funeral home now, but I didn't want to be no embalmer. And, you know, I let my grades slip. You know, you fresh out of high school, you get to college, you see booty, you know what I'm saying? So your mind just all over the place. So I let my grades slip or whatever. So I dropped out of college, and I got in the workforce. And that's how I got into law enforcement and all this other kind of stuff. And the department that I work for now, my chief was like, you know, hey, such, boom, boom, boom. He was throwing some ideas, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna go back to school. And as of right now, everything is like, boom. I pulled my GPA all the way back up. You know, I got a stronger mentality now to be in college, and it is working out perfect. So I loved it. That's why I went back to college. That's what led me to criminal justice. What do you look for in a relationship? Just a genuine, down-to-earth woman. Somebody that, you know, that vibe with me, that like what I like, or that would be interested in doing some of the things that I do. Likewise with her, with me and her. Well, me for her, with her thing. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's definitely one thing that, you know, I look for in a relationship. All that arguing and stuff, I'm getting too old for that. I argue with people at work on a daily, on the streets, so that kind of, well, I don't argue with people, but sometimes you have to. Y'all get the gist of what it is. How many horses do you have, and do you want a farm behind your future house? Yes, hell yes. Yes, I do. I just want to walk out with my drawers on and a cup of juice and see 40 acres and plus some, you know, with my barn in the back or on the side or wherever, and I ain't got to worry about nobody. I don't like living in the city. I hate it. Why are you single? I don't know. But now, my mouth is why I'm single. I tell you something in an argument that should have been told to you a long time ago, like 2-3 years ago in your past relationships. I said within 5 minutes and piss you off, and it'll just throw everything off. But then too, some of the relationships I've been in, it has been my fault. I can't say that it has been my fault. You know, I get mad over little stuff. I'm a Taurus, so you know we stubborn, we bullhead. So I get mad over little stuff, and it just blows the argument off, and I be like, whatever. But the last little deal I was in, man, I was trying to do everything by the book, by God, and my mouth, it got me where I need to be, but then again, it didn't get me where I need to be, and I actually fought for that. Anytime, any other relationship, I'd be like, all right, the hell with it, bye, tutus. But I actually fought for that one, you know, because I liked it. I'll give me a minute. I actually liked the girl, and I was willing to do anything to get that girl back, and still I am. But I know, like, if we was to try to reconnect, it could work. But then again, I don't know. But anyway, what's your deepest darkest secret? Yeah, I really don't have any. I don't have no deepest darkest secret. I mean, I just don't. What made you become an officer? I know who sent this one. Your daddy is what made me become a police officer. Sheriff Victor Mason here in Hinds County is the reason why I became an officer. I started working for the sheriff department out of high school, like 2 years out of high school. Best thing ever. And I mean, like I said, I wanted to be a funeral director. I didn't want that. Law enforcement was not on my agenda. Yes, I have 2 uncles that's in law enforcement, but it wasn't on my agenda. So, but yeah, your daddy, Sheriff Victor Mason, former Sheriff Victor Mason, Hinds County, is what made me want to become a law enforcement officer. Pepper spray or taser? So I'm guessing you asking, would I prefer pepper spray or taser? Yeah, I'm never gonna get tased again. That shit hurt. That was the worst pain ever. Pepper spray, I can take that. Like, I'd have been sprayed 1,000 times and walked in there, slapped me, you know what I'm saying? It didn't pop, and you know. But it's good, you know. I can take that. I mean, it burns, but shoot, it's alright. What song would you consider your theme song? Easy, Outstanding by the Gap Band. And did y'all know that Charlie Wilson was the lead singer in that group from the Gap Band? Man, I used to listen to the Gap Band before y'all was even thinking about Charlie Wilson. But anyway, Outstanding, that's my song. I love Satisfied. Outstanding. Oh. You ever been skinny dipping? Yeah, I have. I hope my parents don't see this. My daddy probably alright, but my mama. Yeah, I've been skinny dipping. I got caught by the Curtis officer. But we didn't get in trouble though. We did not get in trouble. By the grace of God, we did not get in trouble. He's like, oh, the pool's closed. So yeah, I have been skinny dipping. I check out my bucket list. The worst call you've been on. The worst call you've ever been on. So this pertains to law enforcement. The worst call I have ever been on was my first homicide. Matter of fact, this was my first homicide with the department that I work for now. This was my first homicide ever working in law enforcement. Then this was 2 months of me working with this department, and like myself and the chief of police, we were the first 2 officers on scene when the suspect was still there, and that was like one of the worst, scariest deals I've ever been in my life. But I'm here, so I overcame this. So I got that taken care drumsticks or flats. It really don't matter to me. I like them all. I like shiki. Or like my partner Uncle say shishaki. Whatever the hell that's supposed to be, some shishaki. Oh, some shishaki. Nah, I like both of them. It don't matter to me. As long as it's chicken, not no cow, no duck, no rat. I mean, yeah, I eat cow. Don't worry about it. Anyway, where did you grow up? Grew up in Shady Oaks, baby. If anybody know anything, about Shady Oaks, you know that was the hood in Jackson, Mississippi. Shady Oaks, baby. Bow. Shady Oaks, baby. So don't let this smile fool you. I come from a fighting family on both sides. Next. What are your favorite things about yourself? Everything. I love everything about myself. I love everything about myself. I do. Ooh. Some things I can change, but I wouldn't be the same. So I love everything about myself. What has required the most courage of you in your life so far? Being able to respond to calls, being a police officer that responded to calls, that takes a lot of courage. Being able to speak in front of people. I announce rodeos. I love to talk, as y'all probably can see. I'm not scared to speak in front of nobody. That takes a lot of courage. Dealing with families at the funeral home, that takes a lot because you got somebody over there. Wait. When they come up to the casket, they be looking like. They go to doing all that bucking and jerking and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on. Alright. Are you likely to avoid conflict or engage it head on? It's a two-way thing with me. My personal life, I like to avoid it because my job is like a lot. It has a lot of conflict. I have to deal with a lot of conflict, not just with me. You know, I'm the middleman at my jobs, but you know, and then I have to fight it head on. So it's both. I deal with both of them. I don't like to do it when my personal life. I just like to chill and be through. Can you dance? Is a pig pork? Huh? Can an ant carry food on his back and do a duck fly? If it quack like a duck, walk like a duck, sound like a duck, then what is it? Affleck. Can you whistle?
Whistle while you.
Go ahead and start it. Make that party whistle while you twerk some against that. Yeah, I can. A little bit. What is your favorite drink? My favorite drink is a Dr. Pepper. So, scratch pauses. Dr. Pepper, if you hear me now, I need a commercial break. So if you guys don't like Dr. Pepper, I suggest that you take Dr. Pepper. And I love Hennessy. Hennessy, if you hear me, if y'all watch this, I love to promote y'all. If y'all sponsor me, Hennessy and Dr. Pepper, they're my go-to drinks. I love Hennessy and Dr. Pepper. And I think that's gonna be a hand. But anyway, you guys, guess what? I have enjoyed this little session with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it because there's plenty more to come. I think I'm gonna put this on YouTube too. So if y'all catch it on YouTube, what they be saying, click, subscribe, turn on your notification, cause it's some good stuff to come. And listen, let me tell you something. I got one of the OGs in the game, you know what I'm saying? One of my friends that been my friend for the longest, you know what I'm saying? AH, my girl Ashley, she gonna join me Sunday for the Q&A. And when she do, it's gonna be lit. Because you think I'm a fool, she's an even bigger fool. But in the meantime, between time, hold it between the mayonnaise and the mustard. If you don't know what that is, that's the yellow and the white line in the road. Yeah. But I have enjoyed this question and answer. It's some stuff that I could not say on here because y'all was wildin'. Like, ooh. But anyway, I love it, and we're gonna do it again.